What's going on, good people? It's your boy Genius Star. Got a little something on my mind, man. Something that crossed my mind tonight. It's a battle out here, no doubt. But the battle, when you sum it all up, is real versus pseudo. The real versus what portrays itself to be real, what really wants to be real, but realistically isn't. In this world, you got egos, you got pride, you got perception, you have all these mirages that distorts and hides, conceals, and disguises itself as real, because real is real, and you don't have to do nothing with real. You don't gotta dress it up, you ain't gotta puff it up, you ain't gotta add adjectives. Oh, he really real, or he's about it, or he's this or that. You understand? Real, it's real any way you sum it up, any way you slice it. It's always real. Fake, on the other hand, appears to be real, but under close examination, when you dissect that shit, you find out that the shit is fucked up. It's pseudo. It's false. I went to the pain management doctor today, as an example. And, I'm paralyzed, been paralyzed, going on, what, 19 years? Wait. 21 years. I goddamn slipped up. Going on 21 years. Now, went to the pain management doctor, and they sent me to another doctor to have a psych eval, right? And I did the whole spiel. But when I went to the doctor today, the reason why they don't want to give me pain pills is because the doctor said that in my younger days I smoked marijuana. And I'm being honest, I'm being forthright with this individual, and he tells the doctor that prescribes the pain medication that because I abused marijuana. Now, my definition of abuse in here is different, because I just merely used marijuana. I didn't, abuse it, as the definition of abuse is. I just used marijuana. But because I used marijuana and he lied and said that I also did something else that I didn't say, but because of that, the doctor at the pain management clinic told me, because of his recommendation, I cannot get the pain pills that I've been taking and that I know works for me. I've tried everything from acupuncture, massages, physical therapy, the list from pill to pill, from it all of it. And what works for me that doesn't knock me out, make me dizzy and drowsy and all these other side effects are these pills. But instead of giving me this, they give me a prescription of what is called Suboxone. Now, I've been doing a little research on it because I didn't know nothing about it. But I take it, and drowsy, woozy, not myself. I take pain medication so that I can be an active individual in society. I got my associate degree going on for my bachelor's hopefully in the summer. Um, this, that, and the third. And because of the pain, I don't live the life or have the quality of life that I'm used to as an active, independent, quote unquote, individual in a wheelchair trying to be a productive member of society, not asking Uncle Sam for a handout, not relying on SSI and different government aid to live my life. I would like to get it on my own as a man should. But here you have someone that needs pain medication that can't receive it because of, which is real, and I can't receive it because we have pseudo individuals out here in the world. You have the junkies, you have the abusers of the true definition of the word, that overdose, that die, that take it recreationally, etc. That ain't got a pain in this motherfucking world. They want it. They say it make the dick hard and it's a high form and all of that. Me, I take pain medication because it nullifies the pain and allows me to have a life and do things that I wouldn't normally be able to do without the pain medication because of the pain that I have. Not only am I got paralyzed by a gunshot wound, I was robbed and shot by some bitch ass niggas, but I've also been in 2 car accidents, and I was hit by a car while crossing the street in my wheelchair, knocked 15 feet, rendered unconscious, had a concussion. 2 times I was in actual car accidents where I was rammed hard and sustained whiplash and hit my head. Not even counting the time when my Goodyear tire failed on me on the highway, fishtailed, almost died, and hit my head on the window. Not even counting that. So actually, there's 2 car accidents, 1 pedestrian accident, and 1 tire failure within my 21 years of being in a wheelchair, not counting the wear and tear of me constantly rolling, arthritis and pain in my hands from the constant rolling and whatnot. So here you have a real individual in need of pain management and pain pills that can't get it because I went to a psych eval and I was real. I was honest. I was forthcoming, except for the part that he lied on me about. Why he lied, I have no clue. People have their own agendas, and be it as it may. In this world, you gotta really put shit in perspective. You have individuals out here that's quote unquote bad boys or thugs or gangsters or whatever adjective you want to put on that. But a lot of these individuals that we think are about it and to be feared and whatnot, let's be honest, are really junkies. They're hypes. They're addicted to substances that drain their pocket and diminish and makes totally null and void their morals, values, and ethics. And because of the addiction that is so strong within them, out of desperation, they do these acts. They rob, they steal, they carjack, steal purses, etc. Now, a real gangster or a real thrill seeker, they do it on the pure adrenaline of it. They do it because they want to. They do it sometimes because they feel that they have to. But I'm talking about those that do it just on the pure sense of this is what the fuck I want to do, and ain't nobody gonna tell me shit. I'ma do what I want to do. Real versus pseudo. You know, if we lived in a world full of real and authenticity, a lot of the woes that come upon this world and on individuals would be halted and it would cease to exist. You got men out here that want to, that I call them grown adolescents in this respect, because you're a mature male, but your mindset is still in its adolescent stage. You haven't grown. The Bible said, when I became a man, I put away childish things. I thought like a man, I walked like a man, I acted like a man. But in this society, they don't want you to be a man. They don't want you to be a woman. They want you to be a child. They want you to get handouts. They want to spoon feed you like during this pandemic. Now, you have the Senate, the Congress, the president, and all these motherfuckers pushing this pandemic and the severity of it and trying to push these vaccines and things on you. All the while, they're having discussions as to another relief plan that just passed, the $1,400. But what is $1,400 per individual that meets the requirements on the millions and billions of dollars that have been lost during this pandemic? The businesses shut down, there's relief funds and everything, but those are pennies on the dollar. Those are pennies on the dollar. The money that would have been garnered from businesses being open doesn't compare to the relief fund that you're going to give the people that they've already paid into. You're giving them a small fraction of what they've already given as a society and as individuals. We're talking about real versus pseudo. The truth of the matter is, because of the world in its present state, we see that real is perceived as fake, and fake is recognized as real. Up is down, down is up, right is left, and left is right. This shit is all fucked up because we have individuals that have bought into the lie. You know that old saying, you tell a lie long enough and hard enough, then over time it become perceived and recognized as real. You ever had somebody argue you about a subject or about anything in particular, and they were so adamant, they sound so scholarly, they put it in such a way that you being right pushed that by the wayside and took on their idea as, you know what, you right, only to find out by and by that this motherfucker was wrong and you was right all along. Just because you say it in such a way or you feel so adamant or passionate about a subject doesn't mean you're right. Just because you think a thought in your head doesn't mean that you're right. You know, I'm an absolute. So I believe in absolutes. Some people believe in, it's relative. It depends on the individual. Well, my truth is, no, there's only one truth. There's only one truth. Now, those that concede to that truth are walking in truth. Now, if you're walking by your own truth, now your own truth might be equivalent in on the side of truth. And by that, you're true by default. But it doesn't separate the fact that truth is truth. You have an example, snitches. Snitches motherfuckers out here that can agree upon the parameters. We part of this clique, let's use BMF. Black Mafia family meets Big Meech and his brother. Everybody that signed up to it was down for the cause. They knew what was expected of them. They knew what the consequences might come down if shit wasn't done right. They all agreed, and they were cool with it when the diamonds was around their neck, when the Ferraris was goddamn getting skirted up and down the street, when the hoes was on dick, when the mansion was goddamn readily available, and the lifestyle was lavish, and it was gravy. And as soon as shit went left, oh, niggas got to snitching, man. You ain't real. Because in this instance, the relative truth was that we're family. We're going to ride or die together. That's your word. Your word and your bond and your oath wasn't forced out of you. You gave it willingly. And you bound yourself to this truth. Everybody can goddamn be your friend and be up and up when everything is going good. But when it goes bad, there goes the test. Just take, for instance, marriage. You know the vows. I just watched Coming to America last night with my wife. You know the vows through sickness and health, rich or poor, to death do us part. And you sit there with your all white on or whatever colors you decide to decorate your thing in. I'm thinking about shit. When I goddamn have my little ceremony, I'm dressing up in black. You know, because white is void of color. Black has all the colors, be it as it may. You took an oath. Real versus pseudo. Yahshua, you know him as Jesus, his name is Yahshua. He said that just like I am true and I was persecuted, those that follow me don't think it's strange when they persecute you. Because in these last times, they got itching ears. They're going to heap up to themselves false prophets and teachers and preachers that's going to tickle their fancy, going to make them feel good about their fucked up state. I'm not perfect. I sin. But, I sin. Yet through the blood of Yeshua and in his sacrifice, I am saved by grace through faith. Real is I walk by faith, not by sight. Because what you see can be manipulated. You see these magicians out here. How you look this way while they do the switcheroo with the other hand. And truth be told, these motherfuckers are demonically goddamn influenced, and what it is trickery. It's powers from demonic entities. People got jinns and imps. They demon possessed, oppressed, and influenced by pseudo. The devil is a liar. He's the father of lies. And the devil is also an angel of light, which the Bible tells us, be not deceived or don't think it's strange when his messengers come as messengers of righteousness. They sound right, but they wrong. They look right, but they wrong. Yeshua, aka Jesus, the Bible describes him as, it says in Matthew's, foxes have holes, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head. Jesus wasn't out there in a $10,000 robe and some Yeezys on. He was so common and so blended in that Judas had to betray Jesus with a kiss in order for the centurions, the guards, to know who he was when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. Judas told the guards, the one that I kiss is him. They didn't even know who he was. They had everything common. Like the book of Acts says about the followers of Yeshua, they had all things common. They didn't have the bishop or the pastor living in a $umpteen-million house driving a Bentley with private jets while his parishioners and his members is catching the bus and living hand to mouth from paycheck to paycheck. They divvied that thing up and they broke bread together. Now that's real. What we see now is pseudo. It's warped and it's ass backwards, for lack of a better term. I'd rather be real and suffer and live my life however I get it out the mud than to be fake and wealthy and well off and have to do all these things that people look up to do to maintain their wealth status and excellent life. There's a choice to be made. You have a choice. You have a choice to either be real or be fake. You got a choice to earn your way or take your way. A lot of people want the fruit of the seed, but they don't want to cultivate the ground. They don't want to plant the seed. They don't want to get their green thumb on and nurture that seed and therefore let it grow and reap the fruit. Oh, that's too much work. These motherfuckers don't want to work. That's the difference between pseudo and quasi. I'm not going to tell you what I think you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. As a messenger, as your friend, as someone on this platform speaking to other people, I'm not going to steer you wrong. Now, if I'm wrong, then I can be corrected because a wise man, he loves correction. But a fool, he despises correction. He don't want to hear that shit. He want to go on believing his bullshit and feeling excellent about himself, contrary to his pseudo state. And that's sad. There's people that appear happy that are miserable. There's people that you would feel sad about, but are happy than a motherfucker. You got so many distractions in this world. You have so many enemies and pseudo people warring against real people. The people that they should be protecting, uplifting, listening to are the people that they murder, that they sabotage, that they take from and cause harm to. But the people that they should be shunning away from are the ones that they look up to, the ones that they greet with the nice gestures that they respectable to, are the ones that deserve your ass to kiss, for lack of a better term. Living in the last days, it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. So you gotta decide what side of the fence you on. Are you real or are you pseudo? Are you gonna stand up and be accountable for your actions? Because folks don't want to be accountable for their actions. You ask a deadbeat father why he ain't a part of his son's life and why he don't want to step up. Oh, well, the man's down, the man got me down, or they taking all this money out of my check, I can't live. And it's sad, and it's the truth. But you made them choices. You decided to lay with this woman, have unprotected sex, and by that action, a child was born into this world. Woman, you laid with that nothing man. That man that you probably thought was a good man at the time, but the red flags was there and you negated them. And you had unprotected sex with this man, and maybe you didn't have unprotected sex. Maybe the condom bust or whatever the case may be. Yet and still, you didn't practice abstinence, which is the ultimate contraceptive. You don't want to do what Yahweh told you. He didn't tell you. You didn't listen to what the Father on high from heaven told you. You wanted to be your own God. And because you wanted to be your own God, you fucked up. And now you want to blame God for your choices. It'd be one thing if you blame Yah for following his word and shit went crazy. But that'll never happen. Real versus pseudo and the effects thereof. You know the tree by the fruit it bears. You real, you reap what you sow, and you get back real 10, 30, 100-fold. You pseudo, you reap what you sow, and you get that back 10, 30, 100-fold. It's your boy Junior Star, man. Little words of the wise in this early morning. Ghost.